Hey people, Shaman here. I know I haven't been on this channel for a while. Finishing up my boat project, all kinds of things came up with that. I built it without an engine, but so many marinas now are telling me that um, government agencies won't want them to not allow boats to come in without engines. But after a few phone calls to state and local and federal offices of these organizations, they tell me that you know we can't make laws like that. We wouldn't even dare tell somebody something like that. The point of me mentioning this in relation to this video is it's so important for you to go to step 2 by yourself. The public, and unfortunately the American public in particular, is so conditioned to just ask a question, receive an answer, and take that as the truth or the best answer that you can get. And that is just not the case. You really, if you want to have something, a special dream, or achieve something that's out of the box, out of the norm, then you have to really go for the answers that you need. The answers that actually give you information, because there's so much of that out there that's just not helpful. It's like it's all a conspiracy theory, as if the system or the environment of many systems is designed for you not to achieve anything, just to get you to go along with the flow of mediocrity. And so when I look to choose what materials I want to do videos on, I get my feedback from the audience, for one, when you guys watch something and leave a comment, and that's really important. I do take those seriously. But the general environment, what you hear people making comments or videos on social media platforms, because that shows me as a shaman, my apprentices and other shamans, and the public in general, where is the focus of the mass consciousness? And right now, there is none. The focus is on the social media platform. The focus is on getting information about current event in the world so they can plan, so they, the populations can plan a future. And the really ambitious people are going to be planning futures for years ahead of time. The poor people plan hourly, daily. The middle class might plan weekly, monthly. Upper middle class, quarterly. Rich people, they plan things for years. Ambitious people, they plan for years. And so, and the reason that is because of your training, life training. The really poor people are desperate all the time. It's survival mode. And it goes up from there because of your means. When your means, either your financial means or your resourceful means, your connections. So when everybody from different financial and social echelons are looking around to make plans, there's really nothing to hold on to, because things change so much. And there's so many different forces being applied on each person individually, from their environment, from governments. And people still ask me, why do you get into politics so much, Hawk? Why would a shaman do that? Well, because our lives are influenced by political decisions, by people who don't know us, don't care about us. And so, particularly men, young men, are looking to find their path in life. There's all kinds of programs out there into the thousands of dollars that try to give some direction. Something you can, a course of one size fits all. If you're a man and you want to be successful, sign up for our course. Not so. I mean, I work with a lot of guys, and I have over the years, and women, but to help people really get through life, you have to listen to that person and what their personal plan is, their personal desires, that you can help them build a plan around. The reality check of whether it's even possible to do that. The environment in which they're working, to help them get out of that environment, socially, economically, religiously, spiritually, and there's a big difference between the last two. So when you're looking for these courses, and first of all, look at the history of the teacher. I mean, honestly, if it's a kid, and I'm going to say kid, anybody under 40, because I'm 67, that hasn't really done much in life, don't have no real achievements, and they're telling you how to be the successful man. It's like, really? At what level? You know, and by the way, to be fair about this, don't think that somebody's older, that they're any wiser or smarter. People can say, I've been doing it this way for 50 years. Well, that doesn't mean you've been doing it right for 50 years. Listen to people's challenges. Listen to the times when they hit rock bottom and what got them there. Was it their own mistake? Was it conditions around them? I mean, me, example, I've lost everything 3 times in my life, and I can honestly say it had nothing to do with me. You know, unless one time I trusted people with some things, and they just kind of flaked out. Economic crashes, hurricanes, tornadoes. You know, those are the things that really kind of screwed me up. But I rebuilt. So, and I have a plan. And each time I rebuilt differently because the environments were different. The social environment, my economic environment, conditions in the world at that time, because they were years apart. And so you need to, it's okay to question your teacher. You really should. You owe it to yourself if you're going to give somebody money to help you make changes in your life, and you hope that they'll give you some valuable lessons. Well, first off, are they lessons that they got from somebody else, or are they lessons that they learned from themselves? You know, not saying that young men don't have the resources and experience to give you some help. And as an example, you know, if someone just learned how to swim, they can rescue someone out of a pool or a pond or pull them out of a river. All right, I've helped people on the beach that get pulled out into riptides. Well, I'm known as a very strong swimmer, and I got a lot of experience in the ocean. But there's sometimes too, you know, I won't go out there if I don't absolutely have to. If my kids get pulled out, friends and family, or I see somebody that's really helpless, I'll go out. I might not be able to bring them back at that time, but I can keep them alive until proper rescue. So I'm not going to say that the younger guys with less experience can't help, but you have to really, you owe it to yourself to evaluate their capacity to help you. All right. So all in that concern, I'm working with 2 apprentices now, shamanic apprentices, really bright guys, and one's 28, one's 20, sharp guys. And so we're working in some programs and courses to offer up here shortly. Put YouTube channels up, put plans, because I'm going to be, well, one of them is, he's in Eastern Europe, the other one's in New York, and then hopefully soon I'll be traveling around on my boat. So we got to get our technology lined up. But until then, I'm going to be doing some videos and posting here and trying to get an interest up, and again, try to get you guys to leave some comments on things that you think are serious, or you think are serious blockages for men and success, and men of all ages, you know, because we all go through our phases. You know, the concerns of guys going through midlife crisis are different than the guys getting out of college or high school looking to find their path in the world. So if this all sounds good, leave a comment, check me out, and I promise I'll be posting more videos on here later. See y'all.